Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Story time. The client, who we'll call Michelle, came to our offices wanting to apply for a postgraduate work permit. She had been studying in a university in British Columbia. She was a full-time student the entire time of her studies, and she appeared to be eligible for the work permit. However, at the time we were receiving her documents and reviewing them, I noticed something very peculiar. About 6 months before her study was to finish, her study permit was about to expire, so she applied by herself to renew it. She received the extension during her last term of studies and finished her course and graduated. However, when I was reviewing her documents, I noticed something very strange about the study permit extension. It wasn't an extension at all, it was actually a visitor record. So what Michelle had done is accidentally extended her stay as a visitor instead of as a student. So how does this affect her postgrad work permit application? Well, she had accidentally studied and worked part-time without authorization to, because as a visitor, you are not allowed to do either of those things. Since she was otherwise eligible and had no intention of actually completing her studies as a visitor and wanted to apply as a student, we submitted her application for a postgrad work permit to explain the situation. We were upfront with all of the information, including that she had inadvertently worked and studied without authorization, though her intention was to finish her studies on a study permit, of course, and not as a visitor. The end result, unfortunately, was that the work permit was refused. The reasons for refusal? That she had worked without authorization and that she had studied without authorization. So, the moral of the story is, if you are applying to extend your status, make sure it's the right kind of status that you are extending. If you want to finish your studies, you must apply for an extension of your student status. Similarly, if you want to extend your stay as a worker, you have to apply for a work permit extension. And it may be obvious, but you do need to be eligible to extend your stay in both situations. This whole situation could have been prevented if the client had known that they were applying for the correct type of status and not as a visitor. Fortunately for the client, she was able to find a way to stay in Canada and actually eventually become a permanent resident without the PGWP. But this may not be your case, so you must be very careful about even an extension that seems simple and obvious can be ruined if you use the wrong type of application form. I hope this case study was helpful, and if you have any questions about your status or extending it, feel free to contact us. Thank you.